Theater of the Mind Flayer.
Welcome to Theater of the Mind Flayer Does Daggerheart, the TTRPG system made by Darrington Press and Critical Role. You're in for a seafaring, swashbuckling time, so sit back, relax, and enjoy your time at
Theater of the Mind Flayer.
Welcome, you raunchy ribbits. I'm Jacob Machin. Welcome to Theater of the Mind Flayer Does Daggerheart. You know what we're doing now.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I'm here with Danielle Butlin,
Hello.
Hercules Mayes,
Ooh, hello.
Brandon McEwan.
Howdy. Ribbit.
You know who that is. You know who that is. Sorry, I just realized. I was like, is everything recording this time? Good, it is. Definitely is. We're back. We're back. It's quite late at night. We're hanging in here as we
It's 10:06 on a Sunday.
Past my bedtime.
regular crowd shuffles in.
Shuffles in.
We're talking about birthdays. What's the worst birthday you've ever had?
Ooh. Yeah.
I don't have a lot of birth. Oh, I don't like
I
celebrate.
bet you've
a
got
lot
like
of
30 or something of them, right?
Whoa.
Hey.
But
Sorry.
I just don't.
25.
I don't plan because I'm afraid of the bad birthday.
So what's the bad birthday you've had?
I don't think I've ever had a bad
You've
birthday.
never
I
had a
just
bad birthday?
avoided them.
I don't put
Yeah,
myself in that situation.
Yeah, I don't think everything is. They've always been kind of just okay. And then I was just like, I'm over them. I'm over like bringing people together for this reason to celebrate me. What? That's weird. That's why I don't do it anymore or ever.
You're such a sad person.
Yeah. Come to my birthdays. I don't know.
Worst birthday?
I always hated
Come to
when
your birthday? Hang on. Come to your birthday.
Yeah, but I
Come
just
to your
don't.
birthday.
I just don't.
You
That's
don't
fine,
think
you know?
we should like we
I
should we can have a
I
show
think
people
people
show?
my birthday last year.
Yeah, true.
I
Yeah.
invited all you fucks to my birthday. None of you showed up.
You know I
had
don't
an
go out.
excuse.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah,
gonna be a
so
board game
last
time.
year.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Don't worry, there'll be another one this year.
I think mine was probably last year too.
It'll be the exact.
Way too
It'll be
late.
the exact
You're way
same.
too late, Herc.
Huh?
You're a night owl. I'm ready to go to bed at 9.
Oh, 9. 9.
I
Starting at 9.
didn't say it was at 9.
You said it went so late. Didn't you?
What? Like room closes at midnight.
Too old. Too old.
You can leave before then.
We will. We will. What board games?
I don't know. Probably Unmatched, Heat, something else.
Sell me on coming to your birthday.
What games you gonna have?
Pitch me on your birthday.
What do I gain from coming to your birthday?
Yeah.
A loot bag. If people started doing loot bags again, I'd go to a lot more
I've
birthdays.
said,
Goodie bags were. Yeah.
I've said
We used to
this
call
so
them
many
something.
times.
What, they were just called potty bags, weren't they?
Lolly
bags.
bag. Yeah. That was what lolly
Plotty
bags.
bags?
Lolly
Lolly
bag?
bag?
Party
Yeah.
bags.
Party bags.
Potty bags.
Yeah.
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 Goodie
Yeah.
bags.
Adult party bags.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's your worst birthday?
That's a fun time.
There's been a lot.
Yeah, there have been. I remember when I was younger, it was a sleepover and we were watching a movie of some sort, but I was like shitty and grumpy, and I like cracked the shits and like left, and everyone else was having a great time, and then I like tried to go back in, but I
This
think it
was
was
your birthday?
my birthday. I
You
think
walked out of your
mu-
birthday?
I walked out of the room that we were having the sleepover in, and Mum was like,
Is that like
"No."
Outback?
No, it was in the toy room at the front.
Oh, okay.
Mum was like, if you're gonna be like that, you can. So I was like technically grounded on my birthday while everyone else was in the. I was a shit.
Having fun in your house.
I was a little shit at that moment. So yeah, that was probably like the one where I was in my room, like grounded, while everyone else was in the other room. having a blast. Yeah.
This time
That's
my
pretty
friend
bad.
stabbed my thumb with a fork.
I hated when you had to like invite everybody in your class to your birthday.
Yeah.
When you're like a little kid.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, I went bowling for my like
Classic bowling.
7th birthday or something. I had to invite everyone from my class, including my bully.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And we went bowling, and then he showed up and was bullying me at my own birthday party.
That's pretty
What?
traumatic.
And my friend, who's just actually got here today, he's biking across Canada. He just like,
Oh.
yeah, he showed up.
Okay.
He went and he saw him bullying me, and he wedgied him so hard that he ripped his underwear and like pulled it over his head.
Hell yeah.
Admirable. admirable.
That's
And he never
amazing.
bullied me again after.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
The one kid I punched in school was picking on I can't remember who was picking on a girl. And I told him to stop, and then he slapped me in the back of the head. So I did like a 180 and like
And
put my
just-
hip into it and dropped him. And because I was like the good kid in school, like I'd get kids
Whoa.
out attention, and the teacher just looked at me and said, "I'm sure he deserved that because I would never hit a single person."
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Wow.
Fuck bullies. Don't bully people.
Yeah.
I bully Michael because I love him, but don't bully people. Shut up. I didn't even say anything. No. I was middle of saying her, and then I said, shut up. Shut up was at him.
When you watch the episode, you'll see.
You'll see. You go. Worst birthday?
I honestly don't know. I feel like I've just kind of blocked out a lot of my birthdays. Not because they're bad, just reasons.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it might have been the time that we went to a cornfield and like did a corn maze.
Okay.
Well, because like I
Yeah.
have a September birthday, so it was like
Yeah,
just
cool.
just the beginning
It
of
just
fall
sounded like
shit.
the start of a horror film.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, like we went to a corn maze out in like Abbotsford or whatever, and then it was just like a long drive.
You went to a maze?
Yeah.
Mm.
Maze.
Yeah.
Maze for the maze.
Amazing.
It was amazing. Yeah.
That beats to it.
Michael, shut up. It's not funny.
That's my last name. Yeah.
Hercules Mayes and a maze.
Maze.
The amazing Hercules Mayes.
That's like
it
a
was
children's
amazing.
book or something.
Shut up, Michael. Danielle, worst birthday? I actually did. I say this on camera that I apologize to your mum for picking on
Yeah.
you. Okay, cool.
It's on record.
Literally to
It's
her
documented.
face. Literally to her face.
It's hard to say. I think I probably want to go with when we first got to Canada, and you were working overnights at the dog place.
Okay, I thought you were gonna say a different one.
Yeah, no, not gonna.
Docs you like that.
This is the second worst one. I guarantee. Not from my fault.
Because I think, was it my birthday or was it Christmas? I think it was my birthday that I spent staying up all night, overnight in the dog place with
I
you.
thought it was Christmas.
It was one of them.
One of them. Yeah.
Well, one of them. Or, yeah. No, I think.
You spent the whole night with dogs. What's
Was it a birthday or Christmas?
No, I don't-
one of the two?
one of the. It's around the same time of the year. It's hard to.
Yeah.
You know.
I was looking after 50, 60, 100 dogs.
Yep.
Give them all birthday
Yeah.
hats.
No,
No.
dogs don't wear hats.
They can.
They can, but they don't.
Well.
They don't believe in them.
They don't like to.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They don't believe in hats. Speaking of don't believing, I can't believe we're in Whisperhaven.
Whoa.
Leader of the Mind Flip.
In our last session. I have no fucking clue what happened to you. Fill us back in. No! It was a bit.
us off.
Nope.
Continue
Okay,
the bit.
all right. In our last session, what did we do? We were on a ship. Yes.
Mhm.
And we continued to be on a ship for a couple days. And it was all pretty quiet and calm and smooth sailing, literally speaking. And then some god-bothering folk rocked up in a ship. Holy Hand decided to board us for no apparent reason. Did we even ask them why they boarded us? I don't think we did.
To check
They
for
just
undead.
did.
And
And then they looked through the ship and had some glowing eyes. And then Lucky was lucky and distracted them with some. What's he doing with the fear?
We're not in the game yet.
I'm going to start every session by just being like, just a reminder.
Oh no.
uh-huh.
What else happened?
Lucky made a skeleton out of thin air and it went for a swim. And then the Holy Hand also went for a swim, trying to track down the skeleton.
That one doesn't count.
It's chess rules. It's done.
And then we just casually disconnected from their ship and went on our merry way. And then we rocked up at Dast and we entered into Kaelen's backstory. I regret the phrasing wholeheartedly. And there was a lot of waterfalls and a very beautiful map. Whisperhaven. And there's a bit of infighting going on as the church temple place has been converted into a weaponsmith.
Appears to have always been a weaponsmith, but they seem to be mass producing weapons for some reason.
For someone, and there's a bit of infighting as to whether we should dock or shouldn't dock, who's in charge, who's really in charge, who knows.
And as we come back to you on the ship there, Kaelen, and Jaren, someone from your past marching out with a bunch of Whisperhaven monks behind him, he comes darting out. As he comes darting out, he kind of freezes in place as you speak to him. He looks up and he says, Kaelen, you're not supposed to be back here.
I am not stepping foot on temple grounds. You have nothing to worry about, Jaren. I will remain on the ship, unless otherwise told to.
You are not to dock here. Please untie and move back out into the water. We're waiting for Empire ships to come pick up this stuff. That's all you need to know.
Right, well, we'll just wait for Lenora to come and tell us that too, and then we'll head off.
He means Leora.
Well, I just met her once. I'd be expected to get everybody's names
What's my name?
right. J. Began with a J sound, that's for sure.
Still does.
Jared.
Jaren.
Thank you. Please, back on
Yeah,
your
right.
ship.
That's what I
That's why my
said.
accent. There we go. There's my accent.
Everyone gets one per episode. Back on your ship
I
now.
believe
or we'll
that
have to kick
any
you off.
docking permission is to be brought to the
What do you
council
know?
itself.
You haven't been here for a year.
Have things changed really that much?
They've changed more than you would know.
Yes, clearly. As Kaelen looks around at all the barrels and boxes filled with weapons.
Times have changed. Your betrayal and your subsequent, what we thought was death, but excommunication, has led to certain changes here. So we're doing what we can to liaise with those that hold power over the ocean. And while we spread balance to an uneven war, we move towards peace. I've spoken personally with Grand Vizier Drum.
Yes, however you need to justify it, Jaren. It is your truth, and you are allowed to believe it. I just wish you would.
I know you literally have the higher ground. But you can get off your fucking high horse. You're lower than me on the totem pole here. You may not have always been, but I've filled a gap that you've created. And that's enough. He turns.
You also hear like a Pete is just like shelling and eating peanuts watching this.
Those crates of peanuts were for... not for you. Put the lid back on, please.
Arr.
You watch as Leora comes stepping out. Tiefling. As she comes stepping out, she is not flanked by anyone, but she does have her weaponry on her. As she steps out, she says, "What is the meaning of the..."
Kaelen kind of gives a little bow, as if to respect the rank.
She is going to look at everyone else, and she's going to say, "Untie your ship. You are to dock after our visitors."
I think that's reasonable.
Right. Sounds good. Is there preference for which?
Wherever you wish to go.
Right.
She looks at you once, shakes her head, turns and walks back in.
Yeah, Kaelen doesn't say anything.
Jaren just kind of stands there with a self-righteous kind of look on his face. Things have changed.
Not everything has changed. you're still not in charge.
He is going to turn and limp away. The 4 monks stay on the docks there waiting. Ship is untied. You guys drift out, and after a little while you watch as 2 smaller Empire's Guard vessels around your size, it may be even a bit smaller, drift on up. You watch as they are loaded with crates and crates of these, what you guys would know and you may assume is weaponry, and they kind of load up and sail away. As they sail away, Captain Layla kind of looks and says, "Well, that was a little tense. I guess we dock, we repair, and we leave, right?"
Yeah. And perhaps you keep a low profile.
Yes, they might have some information on the withering. So, if you do get to talking with any of them, be sure to explore that.
Why
If they
would
truly believe in balance, they will help as much as they can.
why would they know something about the withering?
There is a lot of knowledge in these walls.
Oh, you're finished there.
Yeah, that was it. That's
Sounded like a comma.
People know
That's
shit.
all.
People know shit here. There's a lot of books
Right.
and temples and ancient histories and magic. So
You redock. As you redock, repairs begin. And as repairs begin, anyone that wishes to step down and head on inside is welcome to. Subject, of course, to eating that bitter, acrid leaf before you step on in.
Oh yeah, Pete is very curious.
Yeah, you step back off.
Analu's going back in.
Another leaf, another leaf,
I will come.
another leaf. What's Kaelen doing?
Kaelen is not gonna overstep the boundaries of stepping foot on the island proper, and will remain on the ship and probably help with repairs as best he can, and yeah, just be on the ship.
Excellent. You guys are led in after nibbling the leaf there. As you nibble the leaf, this time Leora meets you, and she says, "I am so sorry for the hassle. Come this way." And she kind of leads you back through the halls, the rushing of beautiful magical kind of rivers coursing through this place, leading you up further and further. She leads you across some of the rope bridges to some of these cliff tops here, and she leads you across to what looks to be a training ground with balancing beams and Wing Chun machine devices and things like that. And she says, as you see a couple of acolytes kind of training there, she says, "Continue until the sun goes down, please." And they kind of continue on. And she says, "Please." Leads you into a small kind of like glass domed hut, sits down, crosses her legs, and pours you each a tea, kind of hands it off to you all, and says, "How the hell do you know Kaelen?"
We just sort of crossed paths.
Yeah, the ship picked him up.
He saved my life.
It does sound like him. Is he okay?
He's all right.
For
I
the
mean,
most
you know,
part.
he's a good travel buddy for the most part. Yeah.
I sense some melancholy.
Yeah, he's got some emotional baggage and some light scarring that I don't think he's quite ready to deal with yet.
This crew that you sail with, they are not Empire, are they?
No,
No.
we're a merchant vessel.
Indeed.
They are
Melancholy.
good people.
I have no doubt. There are good people on both sides of this.
Hmm.
This melancholy. Do you have suspicions of where it comes from?
Kaelen has opened up to me about his history and his time here. And he's deeply affected by it.
I think he sees me as a sort of father figure, so I suspect he's lacking in that department.
What exactly have you done to be a father figure to him?
Well, we have good conversations. He asks for advice, I give it.
Right? What's the last piece of advice you gave him?
Always wash behind your ears before you go to bed.
Indeed.
Aye.
Very wise.
Personal hygiene.
Especially for a Qatari.
Aye.
The only way to know if you have ticks. I personally have to get in behind the horns.
Oh, aye.
It's tough.
I've got ears under here too. You wouldn't know it, but he like spreads all his fur out to like
Yeah.
a little like little ear.
Hyper realistic human ear.
Like
Yeah,
in
like one of those
SpongeBob,
little
where all of a
monkeys.
sudden it's like a
like a
really
picture
accurate
of a
photo.
photo.
Yeah. She looks
Aw.
and she says, "What do you know of the Tidebound Accord?" Us here.
I know y'all like to keep balance, and y'all are excellent fighters and scholars.
We're the best fighters.
I've heard that recently you may have taken a liking more towards fulfilling the Empire's wishes.
You heard that.
I heard that.
Honest.
I'm new here.
How new?
105 days.
Which vessel were you a part of?
The Intrepid Jester.
There have been misguided attempts at achieving balance through diplomacy. These misguided attempts have turned to liaising under the auspice of balance. Peace and balance. There are those here that seem to have convinced others, and they are convinced themselves, that balance must be achieved before peace, not concurrently. And how do you balance a war when the island that builds weapons is taken over by the pirates? Our salt binders create magnificent weapons, and one of our acolytes turned leaders, Jaren, has liaised with Grand Vizier Droon and has agreed to supply weaponry. This was not unanimously voted upon, but voted upon nonetheless. This was not unanimously voted upon, but voted upon nonetheless by our council. Kaelen made a decision. It was the wrong decision at the time, but I fear it was the right decision for all time. Repair your ship and pass on to him that while there is no room for him here, there is space for him with the Accord if he were to speak to Vask. As a favor to him, I am willing to help you. I need to know two things. What is it you and your ship are doing? And have you come across any withered?
Well, what I'm doing is I'm searching for a great beast.
What beast would that be?
Great beast of the oceans.
Oh, the with the capital T.
Aye.
The capital T, great capital G, beast capital B.
Aye.
You know you will not find this in Empire waters.
Aye, I know that. But it has been known to stray from the deeps from time to time.
We have some knowledge of this creature that we would share,
Pete just looks like.
but balance.
I would be balanced about a whole island getting attacked and villages torn asunder. There'd be no balance in that.
Sit down, please. That's fine,
Pete,
China,
remember,
that you're slapping
remember
down.
what we talked about? Your breathing. Remember what we talked about?
Ooh, a rabid, panicking monkey is terrifying.
The beast, it'll come for you too.
Lips peel back off the teeth there. Please,
Hey,
please,
breathe in. Remember,
please.
remember, playing the piano with your fingers. Just doing that.
The beast, the beast.
But all three of them. Sorry.
as well.
What can you tell us about the Withered?
What do you know about the Withered? And where and what is your ship's purpose? Where are you going? What is your ship's purpose? And what do you know about the Withered?
We're trying to help people.
Specifically?
We're trying to stop the wither. Maybe. We don't know too much, at least us directly, but our compatriots have a theory that it's coming from the south.
I don't think I'm very qualified to speak on this.
The withering is an arcane disorder, an arcane infection that is spread through magical damage.
Have you seen it?
We have a patient of the withering here. We are studying it, trying to discern whether it is indeed what the Empire says it is, and seeing whether it can shed some light on what is happening in the south.
What were those leaves?
They are a plant exclusive to Whisperhaven, to dust. That acrid chemical taste, once consumed, if you have the withering, we would see the green veins in your eyes and the darkness in your arteries and veins
Oh.
pulse to the surface.
Does that keep that leaf? Is it, if we were to trade for some, does it travel well, or?
For your own safety, I could organize a small amount of that.
Aye.
The withering does not make a lot of sense to what we understand, or what we understand happens with Arcana. Nor does it make sense that it has spread such with people like the Holy Hand defending the land from this. Tidebound Accord has had to become slightly more active than they previously have been. What Jaren is doing is seen as necessary. I doubt it is, but it's seen as necessary. There is an imbalance within the Tidebound Accord, which is ironic. It's like rain on your wedding day.
That's not really ironic. That's just kind of unfortunate.
Sorry, what?
Nothing.
I think I was being ironic in making that statement.
Yeah.
Maybe.
The irony is that it's not actually ironic,
Indeed.
but just sort of a series of mishaps and misfortunes that are usually out of your control.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well,
I still don't get irony either. So
really. How are you with sarcasm?
who's sarcasm?
Great. Is there anything else?
I'm not good with puns. You got to explain them.
Is that right?
Also,
Yeah.
social cues,
That's true.
Okay.
And personal space.
personal space.
Is all you too? You're saying me things.
Is that a you two thing or a me thing?
Well,
Next question.
I have no more questions. You have somewhat clarified, but it seems you are unsure on what your own purpose is.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're curious about this withering and where its origins truly are, and
You're seeking a great beast. What are you two seeking?
I just want to help people.
There are many ways to help people. If you lose that specificity, you could be helping the wrong people. That is all I'll say on that. You want to be a real boy?
I want to be a real boy, Papa.
I'm afraid that one day I'll just turn back into a statue, and then I'm not actually alive, and this magic will die. And I don't know what I was made for anymore. But I like these people, and I'm learning every day.
Are you aware of who enchanted you?
It was me.
No, I have no memory of before I came alive.
She takes a good hard long look at you.
Great protector.
Pete's like,
She takes a step to take a stress each.
yeah.
Oh,
Hell yeah.
She takes a step towards you, not in any way threatening, and kind of like, yeah. She kind of like traces the like timber and the barnacles on you, kind of holds your face there and looks in. What is your name?
Lucky.
What is your name?
Oren.
backstory too.
I forgot that name.
I apologize for dredging it up. I think that is enough for now. I am a stranger, and though Kaelen is technically not welcome here, he has my trust and my training. You can trust Kaelen.
Do you think we could get Jaren fired?
I cannot speak on this matter.
I just know he would really appreciate it.
I cannot speak on this matter.
I feel like most of you sort of have this serene wisdom going on, and he's
Was that a weird question to ask? I'm sensing some
he sort of has a
awkwardness.
different
Not at all. Ask
different
any
energy.
questions are not to be. Compassionate curiosity is what we preach here. I suggest you go back and speak to Kaelen. I will prepare some leaves for you, and if this is the last we speak, I hope that you and you respect what we have seen here, and I hope you remain curious. I will bring you information.
I
And I
appreciate
highly
it.
recommend you find who specifically you want to help. She kind of gathers you up and says, "All right, trainees, let's go." And she kind of steps out. She says, "I trust you find your way back. There are monks you can speak to if you need to." And she steps on out, and this wise sage-like quality in her kind of drains, and you watch her see two swords and starts to come, and her acolytes run at her, and she starts to grapple and fight with them there.
Cool. Pete's definitely got a little crush.
We cut back to the ship.
Kaelin's probably a bit worried. He's kind of like, he's probably at this point his arms are crossed, and he's kind of just like won't take his eyes off the entrance of the that his party have left through. Not really sure what's happening inside, but
Home can be stressful, right?
yes.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah. I dread the day I have to go back to the lower planes.
Is there a little? Well, the lower planes might be different, but is there a little part of you that wish you could return?
Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely. I mean, I won't say anything if you step out onto the dock. It's not like that limping asshole kind of is right here watching.
Oh, that will give him a reason to draw his sword, and we don't want that.
You don't want to do? You don't want him to draw his sword even just a little bit? I assume you're the one that gave him the whole,
Yes, but strength is not in the...
I thought that this place was all about balance. Balance out the other leg.
I unfortunately took that balance from him.
Ah.
So, the balance would be to maintain my blade where it is.
Right. Well, you do what you gotta do, man. I gotta fix the ship.
Yes, how's it going? It's coming along.
I don't know. I've been talking to you here. I
Yes,
probably
you
should
should.
help. You from down below, Spock going, hold on for fuck's sake. I'm coming. Heads downstairs. So he heads downstairs.
Kind of laughs to himself.
Are you
My
guys
little crew.
heading back?
Yeah.
Excellent. You guys head
Can
back.
I like walk back to the forge kind of?
Yeah,
and look
you
at
have to go through the forge to get out.
Okay,
absolutely.
great. Yeah, I'd like to take a closer look at those weapons a little bit.
You just watch as he kind of nods to when he says, fixed it,
Oh wow.
like you said.
Yeah.
You want to take a closer look at the weapons.
Uh-huh.
Excellent. Here we go. As you take a good look at these weapons here, you see that they are an assortment of what you assume to be steel, but they have almost like a powder-coated quality to them, like a matte coloring rather than a shine to them, a lot of them. Almost like they're ceramic. They kind of have a ceramic vibe to them, that kind of porcelain quality, but incredibly, incredibly hardened. And as you look at them, they appear to be kind of flushing water into like steel shale, but flushing it to a point where it's compressed so densely with the water and the air and the salt that it's kind of not even tempering it, just compressing it to like diamond-like quality, like a table full of steel compressed down to create one single blade, like when you take folds and folds and folds of single kind of sheet steel and pressing them together. And as you look at them, you see that there are falchions, they have knuckle blades, broadswords. They seem to have a whole bunch of stuff here. And one of the monks kind of looks up at you. You see he himself is a simia. Has more of a like large overweight orangutan kind of quality, the huge long arms. Looks at you and says, "You see something that takes your fancy?"
Yeah. Can you tell me about these weapons here?
An ancient method of compressing steel and tempering through water and salt. Calling to the ocean the balance of heat and cool. Incredibly hardy. They'll cut through your enemies like that. But we've picked up production since the pirates have taken over Thuxak. The protection of the realm here falls to our blades.
How much would some of these items be worth?
We don't do a lot of coin here. More of a trade or conversation. What would you be willing to give is the question. We trade in wisdom, in martial prowess.
Martial prowess?
Yeah. The brother of the rapper, Marshall Mathers. It's very late. He did a gig with Dr. Allison Shakespeare. Yeah. You fan of Dr. Allison Shakespeare?
Dr. Ellison Shakespeare.
You don't know Dr. Allison Shakespeare is the foremost bard in the ocean. He sings, he dances, he acts, he writes, he does talks, he teaches at the Elsam Academy. Dr. Allison Shakespeare is everywhere.
I see. How about I trade you for one?
What would you like to trade?
I have this thing here. He holds up this like big glass vial, and it's kind of like looking at the night sky. It's like twinkling with like stars.
Oh, beautiful.
It's I think it lets you see in the dark.
You don't want to see in the dark?
I think this is. Do you want to see in the dark?
I've never seen in the dark before. Looks around. Which one of these were you looking at? And you see. Will you tell me? What are you vibing with? What kind of
Vibing with,
vibe are you thinking? What trait are you looking to fulfill?
Instinct.
Instinct. Nice. Literally the only one on here.
The knuckles.
No. Where are we? Okay, couple of choices here. Okay. Couple of choices here. What he has, he shows you a what looks to be a quarterstaff made of this ceramic material. And he kind of hands it out to you and says, try that out for size.
Oh, it feels light.
What?
And breezy.
What are these?
On my hands.
Yeah.
These are my hand runes.
Huh. You use both hands or just the one?
Just the one.
Hmm. Well, perhaps you need something a little, perhaps you need something that'll, be a little less cumbersome, because, that needs two. And kind of takes it off and hands you, what's called an improved short staff. Hands it to you, one-handed, kind of. It is an instinct weapon, 1d8 plus 4 magic damage. Close range. He then says...
Close range, not even melee. You can hit that shit from a distance.
He then says...
Like a daredevil.
He then says... Or... Looks at your hand runes and says... You know, I can always upgrade those a little bit. If you've got the time. Just a little teensy bit. Run them through the salt wash, as it were.
I do like my hand runes.
Could you do without them for a little bit?
I could lend them to you.
He's going to take the...
They're like
Glass
shark
bottle.
teeth
Ooh.
that are like kind of wrapped.
Yeah.
So I like take them off.
Takes them off. And you watch as he gets the bellows that kind of push the water, and he drops them in a... If you've ever done like the riverside kind of cooling system of cans, you make like a little ring of stones so the river pushes through the cold water, and you put the cans in there so they don't wash away. Does that with your runes. And as you guys kind of walk out and walk past, do you just sit with him and wait? Or?
Yeah, I'm just like...
Yeah. And he sits there as well in silence, just nodding slowly. Just like... Just enjoying the company there. You guys head back to the ship. As you head back to the ship,
Our lucky will be back.
what are y'all doing?
Kaelen is like relieved, and he kind of crosses his arms and just kind of
No
approaches.
sign of lucky though.
And then he's like, now he's curious.
Don't worry, he's fine. He's just making a friend.
Very good. Happy to see you are all right.
Yeah.
That the aura is something.
Yes, she is. Always has been. Yes.
Right, were you two sort of a,
God, no.
Right, okay. So
Again, I think it was sort of an open sort of
What? Did you guys see anything like?
I saw a strange swing, but I decided not to say anything about it.
It's just,
So wait, have you or haven't you?
No, we were
Hierarchy
known each other
thing.
we've known each other for longer than I can remember. So
Right.
that would
So if I were to, would that be a problem? Or
have at it. Yes.
right, you're a good one, right? And he gives you like a fist bump.
Yes. Okay. And Kaelen kind of like.
Right.
Was that your experience? Was just flirting with Leora?
Well, no, we had a chat.
Aye. Very helpful.
Yeah.
Very intelligent. Quick with a sword. He sort of stares off into the distance a little bit.
It's a thirsty monkey.
He's been at sea a long time.
She trusts you.
I never doubted that.
Oh, and she trusts you with something that we should be quiet with this one. You don't go telling all to everyone's. Neither you. Although, right, so Lucky seems a bit.
I wasn't gonna bring that up, but you're the one who's bringing it up now.
Well, she said she trusted him and that we should.
Yeah, it's okay.
Right.
That's fine.
So Lucky sort of had a bit of a turn.
Is he all right?
Oh, he's fine. He's
made a friend.
He's made a friend. He's
a
washing
euphemism
some
or something?
water and no.
He's quite literally making a friend.
Yeah, no, he's fine now. But does he seem to talk to himself like? Have you noticed that?
I've noticed it once or twice, but
Right.
I mean, he is quite unique.
Right.
I'm sure there is a lot happening that he is probably unaware of, and well, he is very young as well. I mean,
right.
It seems like there might be more than just Lucky in there.
Aye. And Oren.
Oren.
Aye.
Controlling him, you think, or just a passenger?
Well, Leora said, "Who made you?" And he said, and his eyes went all strange and funny like, and he got all aggressive, and he said, "I did." And then he went back to being Lucky. And then she asked him his name, and he said Lucky, and then she asked him again. And he said
It's
Oren.
funny because we get Danielle comic relief in one shot, and now we get it a whole campaign. It's a treat.
Well, I mean, yes, I'm sure we all have creators, don't we? And I'm sure he has one as well. But yes, there is definitely something inside. If it is evil, I think that remains to be seen. But were we granted some time at the temple, or are they insistent on us leaving?
I know, just repair the ship and then be on our way. Although they gave us, or going to give us, it seems, some leaves, some of that. Oh, you haven't had any. You've been stuck up here. They've got some leaves. Ward off the withering, or
Yes.
reveal the withering.
Yeah,
so
I
to
think they
speak.
more reveal the withering rather than
Aye.
ward it off.
And they're giving you some.
Yeah.
Yes. I
Aye.
think against Jaren's better judgment.
Well,
behind his
you
back.
know,
It's just
what he doesn't know won't hurt him.
But there might be something before something bad
Oh.
happens.
You put those back. Yeah, hey, you put that.
Ah,
Lucky.
Oh.
shit.
Am I?
The orangutan Simia hands you your knuckles back.
Oh,
And he hands you your knuckles back. You would have improved hand runes that do an extra plus D3 damage every hit.
Would have.
So that's what you will be about to add to your inventory until you feel a hand on your wrist, and you look up and you see that same young, limping monk look down at you and say, You know Kaelen.
Jared, right?
Give him this. Does a 12 hit you?
Yeah, it does.
Aw.
He reaches down, one hand still on your wrist. He is just going to like palm straight into your nose to try and splinter the timber there. As he does that, that is going. Oh shit! That's a lot of damage.
Not very balanced.
I'm gonna fucking.
That
kick his
is
ass.
So we're not there.
14 points of physical damage. The orangutan next to you says, "Well, no, that's not necessary. You shut up. Keep working." Kind of turns your hand over and says, "Did you give him this?" And the orangutan kind of dips his head down and says, "It was balancing. He gave me a gift." Jaren snatches them out of your hands, and he says, "This has been blessed by our waters. It's now property of ours.
You all about balance?
Balance and peace. Weapons of war in the hands of an aberration."
Well, I'd like to balance something as well. Punch
Go for it. Give me a roll there. Give me a. Ooh, you don't have hand runes on anymore. What do you want to throw at him?
Just straight barnacles.
Just straight hands. I'm gonna do my Unleash Chaos spell,
Yeah.
but oh god, should I light him on fire?
And
no.
then everybody clapped.
You do what you want to do. man.
I'll do my Unleash Chaos spell, but I'll focus it like around my hand.
Yeah.
Um,
What is your
Amazing.
Actually, I can look it up. I have it here.
Spellcast roll within far range.
Yep.
Channel the raw energy within yourself to unleash an attack.
Yep.
Roll a number of d10s equal to the tokens you spent and deal that much magic damage to target.
Mark a stress to replenish. So yeah. So go ahead and make your spellcasting roll there against Jaren,
Cool.
and then we'll you choose how many of those tokens you want to burn.
Yep. Ooh, 17 with 19 with fear.
19 will hit. I'll go ahead and take that fear. Go ahead and roll your damage as you. What does it look like? Zzz.
Yeah, like my eyes just start like misting, and there's this like kind of like I'm water bending this aura around me, and then it focuses on my hand, and it like, yeah, it gets really, really concentrated.
The magic river behind you kind of like
Exactly.
surges as you take that.
Ooh, die 10.
Oh boy.
Uh-oh.
6.
6 damage.
Yeah.
Excellent. Minor threshold. He takes that back round to his turn. As he takes that, he's just going to slip the teeth into his in his robe pocket there. You know exactly where they are. But as it comes around to his turn, he's going to mark a stress and shout out. As he shouts out, you watch as that's full. That's going to be 5 allies come running. As they come running, he points and he says, "It's going to take that aberration attacked me. It was taking our property. Destroy it. Send it back to their ship. Wood chips. I want them wood chips." And I'm going to go ahead and spend 4 stress.
Full
And
fear.
you're going to get, each of them are going to be spotlighted. There's going to be 4 attacks against you. As they come out at you, we'll get to you in a second. The first one is a 6 to hit you.
Nope.
Sorry, 7 to hit you.
Nope.
A dirty 20 to hit you.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. That's a miss. And a 17, 18 to hit you.
18 hits.
Okay, so the first attack is going to be 3 points of physical damage as one of them comes in and just like faints for a little bit, and as you kind of duck away, like goes like that, and then whips an elbow out and hits you. The other one steps behind you and knees you in the thigh there, kind of corkies you or Charlie horses you. That is going to be 7 points of physical damage, individual hit points there. As that happens, I'm going to swing the spotlight outside to you guys there. You guys out on the ship just hear Jaren's voice say, "Assaulted me in here, taking our property. Wood chip him, send him back."
It's one of Annaloo's ears sort of.
Oh, here, that piece of shit be causing trouble.
said he was with a friend.
He was.
He was. It seems that Jaren might not be a friend. Give me a moment. Annaloo's gonna bring out her axe and I'm gonna charge.
Shout
Okay.
if you need me.
I thought she was a healer.
That's
I am a
gonna be-
healer, but
That is out of your range to get there, so you do need an agility roll to get
charge. Can I succeed on agility roll to move from far or very far range into melee?
there. Yes, so you need to make an agility roll.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna.
So you're rolling 2d12.
Yep. Right. Not D&D anymore.
Yep.
Where's my other one?
That one.
Oh, yep.
Oh, you've got the patented.
Got the-
I totally forgot I have armor.
Yeah, you can use armor slots to
I'm just
dip that down.
soaking this damage.
That is a 13, 14, 15. I'm going to pump a prayer die in there to make it an 18 with hope.
18 with hope. You come sprinting in. As you come sprinting in, you see that there are 4 monks surrounding Lucky, an orangutan on the ground beside him. You see Jaren off to the side. And you see this beautiful rushing river just behind them. As you run on in, that is your. You succeeded with hope. Yep. Beautiful. Is there anything else you want to do before we come back to you?
There's one more thing I do as part of that action.
Yeah.
Because I was using my Firbolg ability.
Yeah.
I mark a stress.
Oh yeah.
I do take that stress. I'm going to deal D12 damage to all those motherfuckers.
Excellent. How many can you hit?
To all targets within melee range.
So, if you do so, you will get lucky as well, because they are just on him.
I'll just do it to Jaren then.
Excellent. Excellent. Go ahead and give me that damage there.
I'll just do it to Jaren. I know that.
It's a great
motherfucker was
plan.
Am I restrained?
No, not yet. No.
That is 8 plus my body basher ability that allows me to add my strength to melee weapon attacks. 7.
7, beautiful, and naturally reduces that because of his monk ability. Is going to take that damage as you strike him there. We're still on your guys' turn. What are you doing?
Yeah. I want to like clamber down as fast as possible.
And head in as well.
Head in as
Beautiful.
well.
Just an agility check to get within distance of these guys.
Am I climbing?
You are not climbing because you're going across the dock there.
Okay.
Yeah. Don't forget, if you've got abilities that help also with your attack rolls, it's not just any. Experiences. You can burn a hope before you roll in order to use them. Don't forget that. So that applies for any action roll you make. Yeah.
Is there any balancing involved? No.
No?
Cool. That is a 9 and a 6. 15 on the dice. An agility plus 2. 17 with hope.
Nice. Don't forget to take a hope for your things. You sprint on in. As you sprint on in, you see Analu straight into Jaren. You see these other 4 around Lucky here. Lucky, I'm going to throw it over to you. You're still all rolling real well here.
How close am I to Jaren?
So essentially, you guys in a ball, Analu and Jaren are just off to the side there. So within what's that 10-foot one say on it? Very close.
This one?
Yes.
Very close.
Within very close range.
Yeah.
Cool.
Very close.
I'd like to try and take my hand runes from Jaren.
Yeah, excellent. Push past these other monks here. Excellent.
Because he's on the ground, right?
Is he knocked prone? He's not. No, he's just been kind of thumped. But
Okay.
Analu does have his attention.
Yeah.
Do me a favor. Go ahead and roll a real quick. Let's get a finesse check from you.
To get the hand runes?
Yes, and I'm going to say you have disadvantage, or you can mark a stress and have a flat roll because you're surrounded by 4 people right now.
Can I use your barking up the wrong tree? My experience?
Yeah. Go ahead, burn a hope, add your experience. Are you wishing to burn a stress and clear disadvantage here? Or take the minus d6?
Yeah, I'll burn stress.
Excellent, burn a stress. And go ahead and make a roll. Where are we? Night. There we go. Okay. Wow.
That's a 7 with hope.
7 with hope. Go ahead and take that hope, but you reach in. As you reach into his pocket, that's going to swing us around to him. He is going to... Yeah, he is just going to swing, and he is just going to pop you there. That is a 13 to hit you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. As he pops at you, you are going to take 13 points of physical damage.
Cool.
As he strikes you. As he strikes you, I'm going to spend a fear. Spend a fear to have one of the monks spin around, and they're going to attempt to kind of two of them, because you're big, are going to attempt to grab a hold of you there, essentially. 17 hits. Excellent. You are restrained, so you have no movement, but you can still take actions and things like that as one of them grabs onto you. So still take actions, but you can't take movement. You need to either roll or do something to clear that condition if you wish to clear that condition. That is going to be Jaren. That's going to be 2 of those. Do I burn the last 2 of my stress, my fear? I'm going to hold off on that.
Come on, hit me.
Beautiful.
Hit me.
Oh, I can do that as well.
Hit
Okay,
me.
cool. That is going to bring us round to...
Spend your
what
little
are you
jelly
doing on
beans.
the ship
Hit me.
there?
Well, Kaelen would have said shout if you really need me, thinking he doesn't want to make things worse by leaving. So I think as Anna Lou has left and Pete is still around or on the way.
But Jerry's still.
Seeing Pete leave, he'll be starting to like pace back and forth and eyeing his sheathed swords and his
Jerry turns and looks at you and is like, ah!
wise words.
do not.
Wise words. And
no.
yeah, Kaelen will vault over, not taking his
Just
swords, just as is, will vault over and start to sprint towards the commotion.
give me an agility roll.
I have something for agility rolls in case. Good.
I think you do, yeah.
Okay. It's pretty good, but do I wanna? I'm gonna risk it. I'm gonna spend 2 hope and re-roll my hope dice.
Okay.
It's better, but it's still not.
Almost crit.
close
Almost
to a
crit.
crit.
Yeah. 23 with fear.
Excellent. You sprint on in. As you sprint on in, you see this happening right now. You've just gotten there. You're restrained by a couple. Jaren's there. As this happens, we're gonna flip back with that fear, and Jaren is going to. You watch as he. Yeah, let's do this. As you run in, he's going to kind of lock eyes with you and say, your little friend here has learnt your bad habits. And he is going to dart. Yeah, any excuse will do. He's going to dart, like, between you guys. He is going to strike out at Lucky while looking at you, and then make a dart towards you. That's going to be that's going to hit. That's a 16, 17, 18, dirty 20 to hit you. How's your HP looking?
I got 1 left.
Ooh.
Oh boy, you got armor though, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
But if it's major damage, then
It's not. It's wait, 8 points of damage.
oh, thank God. Okay.
As he hits you, he then darts across. I'm going to burn a fear, and he is going to mark a stress, and he's going to come straight at you, and he like sweeps the leg and like cuts up at you at the same time. Shit. That is a 11 to hit you.
Does not hit.
Tries to
Kaelen
sweep you,
steps over it and
misses.
just kind of walks back.
What does Lucky look like when he's this bad?
I'm splintered. My wood is like kind of cracked open in places, and parts of me are kind of like hanging off.
Yeah.
Very just like crushed in and kind of caved.
The orangutan stands and like puts a hand like on you in front of the other monks. I hand it over to you guys. Who's doing what?
I'm gonna use my snap powder.
Yeah.
Which, I gain a stress, but I heal a hit point.
Yeah. What does it look like when you snap powder?
I like take out this like vial of this like white powder, like, and I like, damn, Lucky, shit.
That's like
Crack
good.
open
Toss
a
me
bit.
some of that.
That's that good shit. Yeah. Excellent. Go ahead, mark a hit point. Take a stress. Mark a hit point. We haven't had you in a bit.
Right, all this fighting over young whippersnapper.
And I'm gonna cast Vicious Entangle on Fucko
Jaren.
Jaren.
Beautiful. Go for it.
That is 2, and then which one is this?
Think you have to
What's my spellcasting?
It should say. I think yours is agility. What does it say on your sheet there?
Oh yeah.
What are you?
Wonderborn.
You're
So yeah. Beastbound.
You are-
Agility.
Agility.
Agility. So that's +2.
Make it better.
Yeah.
Spellcasting is
So 8,
agility.
9, 10.
10 with.
10 with hope.
10 with hope. Go ahead and take a hope. It does not hit though, unfortunately. And as you try to vicious entangle there, one of the monks is going to turn and try to just incapacitate you there. That is going to be a whoops, wrong button.
Oh, that's what I should have used.
That is going to be a dirty 20 to hit you.
Yeah.
Excellent. That is going to be 5 points of damage to you. And I'm going to burn another fear as a second one is going to attempt to grapple onto you there.
Alright, so that's 1
Oof.
point.
Does a 10 hit your evasion?
No.
Excellent. One hits you, the other tries to grab you, and you like climb around him there. That brings us back to you guys.
What happens when you reach max stress again? You just mark a hit point?
You mark a hit point when you would normally take a stress.
And you become
anything you
Vulnerable.
anything you have that does anything you have that costs a stress, you cannot do. And have you marked all your stress?
No, I have 2 left.
Okay, once you mark all your stress, you're vulnerable, so you have disadvantage. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stressful.
As Kaelen dodges those 2 attacks, he kind of.
Oh.
Sorry, you don't have disadvantage. Everything has advantage against you.
Oh wait, can I do something?
You just did something and you failed. So
yes,
it's the next turn.
but
yeah.
I'm just with this.
Yeah.
First time you move within close range of an adversary and make an attack against them, you can spend 1 token to choose one of the following options.
Can I take a look at the card?
Attack did not succeed.
No, but you've already moved into close range, so you would have had to do this when you rock up.
Oh, but I didn't get to do an
and,
action when I rocked up.
Did you place tokens on this?
Yeah.
Yeah, nice. I'll say now that we've moved on.
That's fair.
But remember that for next
Okay.
time.
So then how next?
Yeah.
Next time, how does it work?
So the first time you move into close range of an adversary and make an attack against them, you can spend 1 token, but you need to spend the token before the roll. All tokens and all buffs need to be spent before the roll.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Yeah, you
That
can't
makes
do them
sense.
after the fact. They've nerfed that.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yes, as Kaelen dodges the attacks, he looks over at Lucky and looks over at Jaren and says, "Is this how you treat people who are granted permission to reside in the temple there, Jaren?"
He opens his mouth and he says, "An exiled has returned." That's not his voice. We all get one.
Yeah.
An exiled has returned.
There we go.
We need more people down here.
Kaelen doesn't strike or anything.
Okay.
And
Make a presence roll for me.
sheer presence.
Sheer presence. Do you have any experiences you can add to this?
Not real. Maybe
Okay.
we'll do it together, but not in
What role are you doing?
presence.
You can tag team on a presence roll if you want to
Yeah.
roll. If you want to spend 3 hope and tag team with someone, or
I can spend a hope and help you out.
yeah.
I can definitely. I have too many hope. I'm
H-
like,
how are y'all helping
I'm
out?
like at the
Tell
end
me
of
how
my
y'all
hope.
are helping out.
What are you trying to do?
I'm trying to
He
diffuse.
said
I'm
something, and I'm getting a presence roll as a result of that. That's all you would know. He was very calm and collected and reasonable.
I were guests of Leora.
I
You fucked up the name. I'll say that's
Yeah.
not going to count.
Damn it!
I'm getting the sense that you're not actually in charge here. I heard you're necessary, but not really appreciated.
Anything? Anyone?
Lucky, maybe don't keep helping like that.
That's
Look,
not
we're
gonna be advantage.
guests.
No, not for what this roll is.
You're right.
Good try though. Good try though.
Nothing from any
No.
of us. Wow.
It's presence.
Yeah.
That's a 20 with hope.
Noise.
Go ahead and take a hope.
You didn't
You
need us.
watch. You're focusing on Jaren. You watch as the other monks look at Kaelen with a little bit of reverence. And as Kaelen speaks these words, they do they loosen their grip on you guys there. What else are you guys doing?
Got so much sauce.
Was violence committed in these halls before you struck my friend there, Jaren? Is this what the tide-bound accord has come to? Attacking guests? He says it loud and it booms through the hallways.
Indeed it does.
Echoes off the water.
Pete's gonna like exaggeratedly hobble over to.
I'm gonna give old mate a stress for being shown up in.
Pete's gonna exaggeratedly hobble over to Lucky and like pull out his healing potion and offer it up.
You offer it up there. Jaren's still in go mode as everyone else is kind of down there.
Kaelen
Face to
kind of
face
looks
with
at
you.
yeah. Do you want your vengeance this badly? Do you have a reason to draw your sword? If so, then do it. Follow the tenets of the tide-bound accord. Draw your blade.
Roll a presence check. You can go ahead and heal Lucky if you wish to. So that's all 1d healing potion. I believe it's 1d4.
That's a crit, baby!
Nice.
Double fives!
Might help it. Yeah, clear 1d4.
I clear 4.
Clear 4 hit points.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's
Glug, glug, glug,
go.
glug, 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 glug. With a crit, take a hope, clear a stress. Full of hope, but clear a stress. Do
Another hope.
you have a stress?
I'm renewed.
No stress.
No stress at
Calm,
all.
cool, and collected,
Yeah,
baby.
you are.
I would say I probably had stress coming up to this.
Yeah, if you want to call stress on yourself, you're welcome.
I'll say I'm down at 1 stress. I would say I probably had 2 stress.
Yeah, that's fair.
Rocking up to this.
That's
place.
very fair. As you say that, Jaren kind of pauses for a second. He looks around like he's remembering where he's at. And he says, "You shouldn't be here. You're in trouble for setting foot on this turf." And you hear the clip-clop of familiar footsteps and
Nice.
as Leora approaches. And with her, would you like to describe Therai Vask?
Last description, guys.
Ooh,
But I know
want
him.
to see a picture.
He's a large, imposing orc, gray-skinned, and like heavily bearded, almost dwarven beard, like bald head, bushy white eyebrows, armored shoulder pads. Wears a similar robe, but the trimming on it is like fucking blue. Like as the sapphire as
It's
blue
like almost like midnight blue.
as blue as the sapphire dome was on the top of the temple. It's
pretty
that
fucking
exact blue. Maybe not this exact blue, but it's like more sapphire blue. Yeah, like a deep sapphire blue. Yeah.
Really blue.
And he walks with a staff that has metal coverings on the top and the bottom, a horn at his side, and he's kind of always got kind of like a frown on him, and he just kind of slumbers forward.
And as he steps up, that's where we're going to leave our session.
Leader of the Mind Flip.